Just a little thought for you all for the day. Something that's been on my mind a bit the last few days. It's about taking advice and getting advice. Basically, advice is only good if you actually listen to it. And I've had a few people lately who have approached me for advice about various things, and then have chosen to completely ignore it without any great reason that I could understand. And I'm not saying that all advice that you get is going to be fantastic. Like, I've had people over the years tell me to do stuff or suggest that I do stuff, and I've ignored it. But I've ignored it after looking at the advice in an objective manner. So I've actually sat down and had to think about what they've said to me, and I've actually reasoned out whether or not that advice is going to work for me. Because remember, what works for me may not work for you. So we're all different. But, you know, if you're in a position where you're only just starting out, or if you're in a position where you're really keen to learn, like hopefully most of you are, every little bit of advice you get could have some little hidden gem in it. And this is one of the reasons why, if you've ever been to one of my clinics, I will often ask you questions, because I'm really interested in what all of you guys know. I have learned some fantastic things from people that would really surprise you. You know, you don't have to be an industry expert to know what you're talking about and to have something to offer to other people. So, you know, if people offer you advice, take it at face value, and think about it and process it, and work out what parts of that advice will work for you and what parts might not work for you, and then take whatever is relevant for you on board. And don't forget, like, if someone gives you advice and you're not real sure about it, don't be scared to go and mention that advice to someone else who's knowledgeable and ask what they think about it and get a second opinion. It's a little bit like going to the doctor, really. You know, we don't always trust the first doctor's opinion we get. Sometimes we have to go and get a couple of opinions before, you know, we get a well-rounded opinion of what options are available to us. And it's exactly the same with horse training. I like to think that one of the reasons I've gotten to be who I am, and, you know, I'm just me, but you know, I get to do some pretty cool stuff, and I get to hang out with some cool people, which is all of you. And the reason why I get to do that is because I'm always trying to learn something new. I always want to have some new knowledge coming along. I always want to be not looking for the next big thing, but looking for something that will help me, and potentially also help you. So, you know, keep your ears open, guys. And like I said, you know, there's no good asking for advice if you're just going to keep going with what you're doing. And I'm fairly happy for any of you to not take the advice that I give you. That's fine. It's only my opinion. But you know what? If people like me bother to give you advice, we're pretty sincere about it. There's generally no hidden agenda, no ulterior motive. It is just that, you know, we can see something that is potentially possibly dangerous, or could potentially be done better, or, you know, there's a way that your horses could learn faster. So yeah, anyway, just keep that in mind, and you know, take all advice on board, sort through it, and then pick out what works for you. See ya.